계산 가와사키 음안으로 비보이 단단한 바보이 가난하로 비디오 내 고산이 툰대로 이만큼 계산 기라 아이투와 제라스 기라 야스라가 나라 따라 시트 따라 박아 바람을 따라 하와이 안하고 뭐 코치 기대 소파는 유크리 코스가 개도한 갈게 얻어보기 맞아지 않게 이마와 스키나무로 조이스 시대를 가라 미라의 노 비즈니스 도 시스템 유엔이는 수배되어 두같지만 따라 사무쓰기 이마거로 도 시스템 땡콕 키보드 아가테 구세이로 미트메르 에이 무아 코세이로 고고만의 기타 박스 또 사이로 쿠라야미노 나가리 후루 사이코로 아또 사키요리 젠가 쿠베토 아들레바 이지 아니 시대 땡콕 소리까지 스토리 코고에르夢から覚め今から交渉数億円する商談藤原宏のハイトル商談お前じゃ笑えぬ俺らの冗談痛くも痒くもねえだち商じゃんテレから手にした二つの賞賛あいつのヘイトもお金と交換時計が指してるてペンと王冠お前との間に線引くボーダー津波ウェイブ両街に降らずウェン両まるでピカチュウピカピカすぎしびれさせるチェーン Yeah Get upギンギン Get upアイソンジャラジャラミリオンダラーアイソンGet up, gang, get up. Ice on. Haters, those got a summer. Work hard, play harder. Yeah.
Okay, trying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ivy. Too much.
You said.
It's time to introduce the starting five for your Oklahoma City Thunder.
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Towns is out there with Elijah. Then there's McDaniels. Then there's John Stockton. And it's Levine at the shooting guard position. And for Oklahoma City, get out there with Harden. Then it's Kareem. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Well, it's New Year's Eve, Greg. Do you still stay up for the countdown?
Well, I try. It gets harder every year, but we're still hanging in, bringing in the new year. I'm not quite the night owl like you are, my friend.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Outside, Towns. The 11-footer, and that one drops for him.
Is the mid-range from Mr. Towns part of the game? You bet.
Kidd against Stockton. Outside, Kidd. Pass to Butler. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. 4 on the shot clock. And they'll turn it over. He could not get off his shot. 24-second violation.
Knicks ball.
And here are the Knicks. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
And they had some trouble with this group a year ago. And it's a bit of a head-scratcher as to why, given the way both teams ended the year.
Here's Stockton. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
Now, here's Butler. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
Well, you almost feel bad for the defender here, right? He tries to challenge Jimmy Butler's shot, times it pretty well, but gets tricked by the pump fake.
He hits the second from the line. And DB, as we look ahead here, the Thunder seem to be well-positioned for sustained success.
They certainly do, Kevin, and the reason you say that is because Oklahoma City has not only amassed a tremendous amount of young talent, their culture is in place and they have a history of developing young talent. Now it's about building consistent habits and making sure that translates to winning.
And here is Kidd after the three-pointer from Zach LaVine. Butler, no good.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Greg, even by modern big man standards, Karl Anthony Towns can really shoot the three.
Yeah, and the only center to win a three-point shooting contest. Towns has developed a terrific stroke, and he just shoots the ball as well as most of the guards in our league.
The free throw drops for Towns.
Well, you love watching Karl Anthony Towns play, guys, because this is an offensively gifted big man. Can shoot with range. You can put him in the post, let him work back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor. A lot to love on the offensive end.
Now here's Kidd. Last time out, he had 13 points. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
The focus from Kidd, terrific at just keeping his composure even when things get tight.
Pass to McDaniels. And that comes off the assist by Levine.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
Here's Butler. Down the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Relentless effort right there from Jimmy Butler to finish that play.
Stockton against Kidd. Towns for 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Now here's Abdul-Jabbar. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Kings in Sacramento.
And it felt like he was literally everywhere on the defensive end. Multiple rejections, stifling all game long.
You know what you love seeing from Pascal Siakam is his confidence continuing to grow.
And Kevin, especially when it comes to scoring. Pascal understands how valuable he is to his team and how much they lean on him to step up on that end.
No good on that one.
I think the value of Pascal Siakam is the skill set on both ends of the floor. He can play multiple positions either end, and he can lift his team in any number of ways.
Now, here's Stockton. 9 points last game. Kidd against Stockton. Butler kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. 6 on the shot clock. Butler passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Count it.
And when we talk about players who don't mind shooting with a hand in their face, Kareem's at the top of the list.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And here we have an opportunity to check out Karl Anthony Towns.
How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Butler, no good.
Oh, it's just incredible that spin. Shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
Now here's Levine. In the game against Detroit, very impressive.
Well, Levine has really worked on those playmaking abilities. That's a pretty pass right there.
Down low. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Harden. Butler's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Now the pass to Stockton, taken away by Kidd. Plays it in off the breakaway. Kidd's got his second bucket.
Known for being a clever defender, Kidd isn't afraid to take chances on that end and go for steals.
Here's Olajuwon, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Knicks.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And New York making a change here. Markkanen's checked in. On the wing, Levine, guarded by Harden. Levine kicks to McDaniels. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists tonight.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Offensive rebound.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Here's Kidd after the made shot from Zach LaVine. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Axie's checked in for Kidd. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Olajuwon left side. From 11 feet away. And again, it's New York.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Stockton against Maxey. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Knicks ball.
Fires from way outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. New York ahead, up by 9. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Jimmy Butler is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Harden. And it's Lively in at the center. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. And here's Harden after the three-pointer from Zach LaVine. Harden the pass to Siakam. Just 5 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Boy, as that shot clock starts to dwindle, you cannot get rushed. Pascal Siakam so comfortable.
This is it to Stockton over Butler. And Butler sends it back. Harden bounce pass. Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
And so LaVine will bring it up now for the Knicks. They've held a 12-point lead early. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. These days, the ball is in Pascal Siakam's hands. He says it means everything. Being on the ball just gives you a better rhythm. I don't think it's hard. It's just something you grow into. I have those images in my head of where I want to get to. Now, defenses often look to double, and he said, if I played me, I would do that too. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Zach LaVine.
James Harden is just so good at drawing contact and getting himself to the charity stripe. It has been a specialty of his over the years.
Free throw drops for Harden. And extensive ball movement, Doris, is a beautiful style to watch. But not every good team plays that way. Why not?
I think so much of implementation of style is about the players you have. What are the strengths of your individual players? Does the point guard flourish in a pick-and-roll situation as opposed to ball movement? Does a point guard like Luka Doncic need the ball to be effective? It's all about who your personnel is.
The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the 3 early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
You look at LaVine, he's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. And he'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, and I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
The free throw drops for Towns. And with this new in-season tournament, Greg, the NBA continuing to innovate. Are they getting, though, too out there for you? Or do you like it?
Listen, I think it pays to be bold. And I'll be one to admit I was not a fan of the play-in. But I got to tell you, it's been a tremendous success. So I've got an open mind.
On the wing, Levine. There's the dish to McDaniels. Thunder with the rebound.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's Butler. And rejection by McDaniel. And they'll keep possession.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Stockton against Kidd. Towns for three. Kidd grabs the board.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Abdul-Jabbar, good in the assist to Kidd. And now just a three-point New York lead. So for New York, their last game, a win against the Pistons in Detroit. Now here's McDaniels. He's guarded closely.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Now here's Butler. He has 5. And they pick up 2. Abdul-Jabbar's got 8 points.
Now, Jimmy Butler has turned himself into a guy that can pick apart any defense you send in his direction. If he sees an opening, he will send it on time and on target.
Here's Levine. He's got 8, taken away by Kidd. And now running up the court, Kidd pushing it up. To the middle. It's stolen by Olajuwon. And Stockton, here we go. On the wing, Levine. Can they get it? The shot is good off the backboard. 10 points for him.
I tell you, a number of ways to score off the pick and roll, and Levine makes it look easy.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Stockton against Kidd. Pass to Siakam. 6 to shoot. That one doesn't go. The Knicks leading by 3 to the paint. And finished off by McDaniel.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Levine kicks to Stockton. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point win chance for him.
And Stockton almost impossible to guard in the pick and roll. When he gets a little daylight, he is always ready to pull the trigger.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Johnson, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Scott in for James Harden. And a switcher also for New York. Brown's checked in. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Maxey's checked in for Oklahoma City. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Knicks. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Maxey looking it over. Traps in the tray. Maxey's got his first 3 points of the game.
Just reliable for guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Markkanen. Second chance effort, and that one drops. And the Knicks lead by 5.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row.
And Kareem throws it down.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in the All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous for him. What a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He had 14 points and 2 rebounds. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Karl Anthony Towns has been...
You best stay out the way, yeah. 1 foot, yeah, on a neck. Since I got with Quay, ain't been nothing but a big check. Yeah. For your judgment, understand where I'm from, twin. My mama had a different plan for her son, twin. As a kid, I wanted to be like I was son, twin. My mama never seen the streets, but her son did. Okay, wow, since I got the check, she gon' chain me down. I was young, I was in them doors, you know what I'm about. If you need to come around that house, he gon' mouse. So we lay the trap. We gon' stunt that yard. 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 We gon' mama hate my old life, but now she say she proud of me. We gon' stunt that yard. We gon' stunt that yard. We gon' Big Bill, do whatever he wanna do. Big Bill, I'm the king of the jungle. I just came off tour, 8 nights sold out. These days too hard to be humble. 10 in the crib, all trying to call div. Big Bill might have a little rumble. 10 in the crib, say whatever which wins, get a business. Got some people back home watching me claim throne. I know they can't wait for the crumble. Big Bill beat, but I fumble. If I stack this bread, I'm a tumbo. I might mix my sins and then mix my wins. I'll be a real rich man with this gumbo. Soon as I get in, I got some New York sins. Me and Jetpack Dan out in Dumbo. Okay. Scared to pay taxes, I can't even tell you.